Welcome to the North Shore Community Association's podcast, April 28th, 2022. Hello, this is Annie Lafrenière, the NSCA's Programs and Communications Coordinator. Today, we will present an interview with Jean-François Garreau, counselor from the Centre d'assistance et d'accompagnement aux plaintes, or the North Shore Complaint and Assistance Support Center. Then we will cover community events and services.
Hello, and thank you for listening in today. I am Evelyn Audie, Executive Assistant for the North Shore Community Association in baie-comeau. Today, we will be interviewing Mr. Jean-François Garreau, a counselor who works for the Centre d'assistance et d'accompagnement aux plaintes and is also known by the acronym CAAP, or the North Shore Complaint Assistance and Support Center. This community organization provides a very important function and offers specialized services, which Mr. Garreau will discuss with us today. Hello, Mr. Garreau, and thank you for coming in today.
My pleasure.
I would like if you would take this opportunity to explain to us what the CAAP's primary mandate is.
Our primary mandate is to help and encourage people to make use of what's called the Complaints Examination Mechanism, or Régime d'examen des plaintes in French, which is a system that is set up by law in the Health and Social Services réseau, the network. So basically, we help you bring any problematic situation to the attention of the Commissaire aux plaintes et à la qualité des services of the CIS, of the Centre intégré de santé et de services sociaux of the region. So, we are a community organization. We're not part of the system itself. We are not under the authority of the CIS. But we are also part of a larger province-wide federation, and we are mandated by law to provide the service that we do. So, we're not just a fly-by-night outfit. Wherever there is a CIS in all the 19 regions of Quebec, there's a CAAP. And our role is to guide and assist you through the complaints process, especially at the formulation stage. So, when you want to address your complaint, you come to us, and we help you do that. However, we do not represent you. We are not handling your complaint for you. We are not speaking on your behalf like, say, a lawyer would do. So you are in charge of your complaint. You are in control of the process. But we help you and we guide you through it. And our assistance extends to all stages of the process, from the formulation, writing the complaint, to discussing the matter with the commissaire, to evaluating what the conclusions are. And we can also help you bring forth the complaint if you are unsatisfied with what the commissaire has told you to the Ombudsman of Quebec, the Protecteur du Citoyen. We can also help you address complaints to professional corporations, such as the Collège des médecins or l'Ordre des travailleurs sociaux, or whatever specialized group.
That sounds like you have a very, very full plate.
It is. We have a very full plate. But at the same time, it allows us to deal with any problem, any difficulty you may encounter in the field of health and social services. We don't deal with issues relating to jobs, to work, for instance.
That would be covered
issues.
under a different department.
That's another organization who would deal with that. So we are strictly bound by law to work within the health and social services system, but that's a wide field. So there's lots to do.
Busy every day.
Yes.
Mr. Garreau, are you able to provide us with an example, sort of a typical situation where the CAAP would assist a citizen with their complaint?
Sure. Let me sketch in general how we work, or how it works. First of all, I have to say that the goal of the complaints examination system that I referred to is to improve the quality of services. It is not an appropriate venue to, say, seek compensation for or seek redress for some monetary loss that you would have, that you would feel would be due to you, or to seek disciplinary measures against a professional who you think should be sanctioned. So the whole thing revolves around the idea that by bringing complaints to the commissaire, you contribute to the amelioration, to the improvement of services, especially for people who come after you. So to avoid having something annoying or bad that happened to you happen to somebody else. So what happens is you encounter something, some problem. You call us, you set up a meeting, or you proceed right away by phone. You tell us the situation, and then we discuss it, and we determine together whether a complaint is indeed warranted, and what type of complaint would be best, what type of recourse is available, etc. Once that's done, so you can tell us your story, and then we can ask you for more details as necessary. And so you tell us your story, what questions you have, what expectations you have, and then once that's done, we draft a letter and we submit it to you for approval. That's very important because, as I said before, we can't represent you. So it is your letter. It's you who sign it. And so you have to agree with everything that's in it, be it in terms of content or in terms of tone or whatever. So whatever change you might want to effect in the letter, we do that for you. And then when you are satisfied, you say, okay, this is how I want it to be. We send you a printed version by mail for you to sign. You sign it. You stuff it in an envelope that we provide with the address and the stamp on it, and you put it in the mail. And that's it. That's the first, that's the first part, and that's a big chunk of what we do. Otherwise, if we weren't there to provide this service, you would still have access to the service, to the mechanism. But you would have to fill in a form by yourself. And it is very difficult to include all the details and everything that you want in that way. But it's still accessible if you would rather do it yourself. You can do this whenever you feel that something has gone wrong or some right that you have has been infringed. Remember that your access to care is primordial. You have the right to be treated equitably. You have the right to be treated with respect and understanding. You have the right to be informed of available resources. You have the right to receive adequate care, to consent, to participate in the decisions regarding your care. You also have, in this particular case, you have the right to receive services in English.
That's important.
And that's important. So if you are dissatisfied with a service that you have received or that you feel you should have received, you can call us. And then we can discuss whether or not a complaint is warranted. And oftentimes it is. And you remain the master of your complaint. You can withdraw it when you want. You can go forward when you want. We don't control what you say. We don't place obstacles in your way. And it can be pretty much, it can touch pretty much whatever you want. Let's say it can touch a personal interaction that you had. Somebody treated you with less respect than you deserve, say. Or it can be a problem with accessibility. You have the impression that you were denied some service because there wasn't anybody available, or not anybody available in time. Issues of quality of care. You were treated in a way that you think should have been better. Issues with programs that the CIS runs. For example, you needed to go to Quebec City or to Montreal for specialized care. There is a system that exists that provides you with reimbursement for transportation and for housing while you're there. but it's not always ideal. So you can, if you have a complaint on that, you can come to us. People can come to us for issues that they have with the Direction de la Protection de la Jeunesse, DPJ, with issues that they have with care at home. Whatever implicates, let's say, a member of the medical profession, a nurse, or anybody who works within the purview of the CIS, that is in health and social services, we cover. We can even cover private clinics, doctors who work in private clinics, but only through the collège de médecins. So only in a disciplinary matter, because the system that I'm talking about is limited to the thing that the CIS controls. So that's pretty much what we do in this purview. Did you have any?
Well, it's very reassuring to hear you speak about this because it's very informative and it's reassuring not only to myself but the public at large and our English-speaking population that have access to this type of service that your organization puts forth, because navigating through the health and social services system is challenging at best. So it's nice to have a professional help you navigate through it.
Absolutely. And also, one thing that I like to say to people is that a complaint, quote unquote, is not like a negative thing. You're not whining. You're first of all, you're defending your right, but you're also contributing to the improvement of services. So it's a let's say it's a good citizen move to bring to the attention of the commissaire whatever incident you went through that you feel dissatisfied.
No, I think it's an amazing service you provide. You mentioned before that the CAAP has services in about 19 regions in the province of Quebec. But more specifically, it has more than one point of service on the North Shore. What are these points of service and how can they be accessed?
First of all, it's important to know that we cover all the territory of the North Shore. That is from Tadoussac to the Lower North Shore. Of course, if you're in Blanc-Sablon, you might not get a personal visit as soon as you might wish, but with modern technology, we can access. We can talk to you. We can talk to you via video conference, whatever. We can make use of whatever technology we need, and basically, we can provide a service to anyone on the North Shore. We have our main office, which is here in baie-comeau, and we have an office in sept-îles. You can access these services either through our website, which is www.caap-cn for côte-nord.org, or you can call us directly at the point of service in baie-comeau at 418-295-2779, or you can call at our point of service in sept-îles at 418-968-2779. If you'd rather ask us in writing, you can do that through the website. There's a space in which you can tell us a little bit of what it is you want and whether we can contact you by email or by phone. You leave your information and we call you back.
Sort of like a little contact form online.
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of our work by phone, honestly. Especially in the later years, because of the pandemic, we have had less opportunity to make visits at home or receive people in our offices for obvious reasons. But a lot of what we need to do can be done by phone.
Depends on the comfort level with technology.
Exactly. But there's also an aspect of, in the complaint philosophy, let's say, in the idea of making a complaint, there's also an important part which is simply sort of speaking about what you went